You are listening to the Daily Gospel Reflections with Sister Cloth. This podcast is brought to you by the Paulines Multimedia. It is our mission to bring the Word of God to all peoples through sounds and images, voices, and music. Come and join us as we share with you a thought a day. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 to 13. Jesus said to his disciples, "Then the kingdom of heaven will be like this. 10 bridesmaids took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. When the foolish took their lamps, they took no oil with them, but the wise took flasks of oil with their lamps. As the bridegroom was delayed, all of them became drowsy and slept. But at midnight there was a shout, 'Look, here is the bridegroom! Come out to meet him!' Then all those bridesmaids got up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish said to the wise, 'Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out.' But the wise replied, 'No, there will be not enough for you and us. You had better go to the dealers and buy some for yourselves.' And while they went to buy it, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went with him, and the door was shut. Later, the other bridesmaids came also, saying, 'Lord, Lord, open to us.' But he replied, 'Truly I tell you, I do not know you. Keep awake, therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour.'" Happy weekend! This parable of the 10 virgins is very familiar to most of us. Each time we come across this story, the first question confronting us is, am I one of the wise or foolish virgins? Of course, the answer is not always one or the other. Why? Because it all depends on how we live our Christian life. Sometimes we are sensible. We can discern what is true, proper, and lasting. Sometimes we are carefree and tend to take spiritual things for granted. We all have goodwill. Yes, everyone has a goodwill, even the most corrupt, says philosopher Kant. But we have to will to do good. It is not enough to do the right thing. It is the motive why we do it that matters. Like the wise virgins in today's parable, they took flasks of oil with their lamps to ensure they wouldn't run out of it and miss being with the bridegroom. The so-called foolish virgins brought their lights but did not bother to get spare oil should anything happen. The foolish virgins took everything for granted and banked on others' charity. Both groups did the right thing. They brought their lamps as expected, but they differed in their ulterior motives. Today's gospel parable invites us to be like the wise virgins who prepared to meet the bridegroom. In his narrative, St. Matthew invites us to keep our lamps always burning with the oil of Christ-centered living, so that when the unexpected moment comes, when Jesus will come to meet us at our deathbed, we may have something worth presenting to Him, that is, a life lived according to His teachings. And like the wise virgins privileged to meet the bridegroom, So too, with the reward that awaits us if we are prudent enough to practice Christianity. Some might think the wise virgins were selfish because they refused to share their oil with the foolish virgins. But no, says an Irish Jesuit, the wise virgins were not selfish not to have shared their oil because we cannot borrow the good life that someone else has led. It has to be ours. Goodness is diffusive, but no one can possess it. Be with us again tomorrow as we share with you a thought a day. Meanwhile, you can follow us and listen to other Apple and Google podcasts on Spotify, produced by Paulines Multimedia. Have a good day.